We have driving exam and we are starting the exam from Bad Soden am Taunus from the Esso gas station, and we are turning to the left to the roundabout. Please enter the roundabout and take exit number 2. We will finish in Hofheim am Taunus directly at the TÜV service center, and hopefully the student gets his license there. An der Ampel nach links abbiegen bitte. Please turn left at the lights. Just before the solid line, if you close the right eye, it was just in time. And if you close both eyes, you didn't see anything. So always make sure that you merge before you're at the traffic light or after the traffic light. As you can see, before and after it's possible, and 10 or 15 meters before the traffic at the traffic light, it's a solid line and a change is not allowed anymore. On the left side you also can see it. Yeah, that's the way it is. It's a mix of rain and sunshine. Where's the rainbow? Here we have the first red traffic light. I was wondering if I should put a list into the corner of the actual exam where we can see and count what content we have had. Like stop sign number 1, bing, roundabout, bing, reverse parking, bing, emergency brake, none. And at the end you can see how many of the difficult things were inside the practical exam. Probably I have to do a list about that. We will see. So this road, you probably know, it's 30 area, so 30 is the maximum speed. We have the single priority sign here on the right side. Pedestrian way, but it's free. Yeah, pedestrians a little bit away. And again, we have the single priority sign for this road. That's why we can go on, and the right street needs to wait. And the left side as well. Yeah, this is a 30 road because this road is leading to a primary school. We will see at the next roundabout, we will see on the left side is the primary school. Sometimes they check the speed here. "30. So now we don't have a priority sign, and there's a street from the right side coming up here after the right curve, but this is a walking speed area. Probably you can see the blue sign. Yes, it's visible, the blue sign while we are passing the road. That means we have the priority. And here behind the bus stop is another road on the right side. And where's the blue sign? Same thing. Yeah, it's visible. Walking speed area, so the right street needs to wait and we can just go on. On the left side you can see the primary school, and we want to enter the roundabout and take exit number 1. Bitte die erste Ausfahrt, den Kreisverkehr verlassen. So the other cars in the roundabout have the priority, but they were leaving. We are also leaving. Und am Kreisel die dritte Ausfahrt verlassen. Richtung, alle Richtungen, to all directions. So here's exit number 1. This is an agricultural way. We don't count it. If you count, it's 4th exit. Yeah, here alle Richtungen, all directions. This is our exit. But in the exam we give extra information that we follow the blue car, that we follow the white car, because most of the traffic is leaving this exit. And if we are at the third or second exit, we say one more, and then we have the right exit. Now we turn right, please. Giveaway sign, so you have to check between the cars. If you have a look at the left street between the cars, because they were waiting and they taking the view. Here's a motorway. We are entering a motorway now. If you check between the cars, it's smarter than looking to the left side when you are next to the waiting car. It's a little bit wet on the ground, as you already can see since the beginning. Blinker left. If we come to the parallel lane, we accelerate and use the whole thing. And then if the speed is all right, we merge and integrate. Yes, that was good. I would recommend, if it's wet on the street, to drive 110, 115. That's enough. Otherwise you can also go for 120, 125. It would not be illegal to drive 150 or something like that, but then you are so quickly in the next city, and then you get more exercises to do. We can see a yellow direction board, but the examiner already told him, please merge to the left side, because here you can see the left side is going straight and the right side is turning right to Königsteiner. Now you see the round signs with the black numbers inside, that's speed limits, and even if you cannot read it from far away, you can calculate that it will be slower than before, and that's why it makes sense to release the accelerator already. Here the final 60. This is also a very common place to check the speed by the government. And I think many people pay their fine because of this place here. You see the red white signs for the sharp left curve, so don't go through this wet sharp curve with full 60. You can clearly see he slowed down. An der Ampel dann bitte rechts abbiegen. Please turn right at the lights. So, green arrow jumping to yellow, and he reacted, and we are standing. In the meantime, you should check the right mirror. How is the position? How close are we to the stone? Are there any bicycles? Or, no bicycles from the highway and motorway, but motorcycles, for example. We are entering the city of Kelkheim. The yellow direction board we already passed. Here's a pedestrian way, but make no show, it's clearly free. No pedestrians left and right side, and that's why we enter. Here is a link, because in an exam we were turning left and here was a failing point exam. The link to the video is in the corner. So green traffic lights, we go straight. And the signs on the traffic lights, They are for the case that the traffic lights are switched off. And then they don't want right before left rule. They want a regulation by signs. And this would be the priority street, and the crossing road from left and right side must have negative signs. And I don't know any intersection with a traffic light where are no priority signs on top. That would mean that there's the right before left rule. I don't know anywhere. I mean, if you have the pedestrian traffic lights, of course there are no traffic signs on top, because it's not regulating an intersection. But if you have a traffic light regulating the intersection, I don't know any place where you go down to right before left rule if the traffic light was broke down. And again we come to a school area and a kindergarten area, and that's why we can see first of all a priority sign, and then a 30 sign with an additional sign, Monday till Friday 7 till 17. So that means here is 30 right now. On the right side is a school. Pedestrian crossing is clearly free. No students on the road, no one walking, no pedestrians. On the right side is a kindergarten. Someone standing there, but no problem. And then on the right side is a primary school, and here is more traffic. So he was slowing down because it's a high risk, but don't forget to check the left side as well if you are here. But they are passing. Now we want to go straight. Look at the sign combination. The priority is turning to the right side. That means the right street has the priority. No one coming. Oh, sorry. No one coming, and we can go on. 30 zone means right before left. Bitte rechts abbiegen, please turn right. So 10% left street, check. 90% right street, check. In front of the pedestrian crossing, right side is an entrance of a parking lot. We have the priority. Pedestrian way was free. Here is nothing. Nothing. And the next street on the right side looks like right before left. And he is slowing down and checking it, but at the end, this is only possible if you passed it. You see it's a walking speed area. I remember we've already been here in other exams and we talked about it, and in the comments I was posting a link, a Google Maps link of that place, then you can barely see that this is a walking speed area. So probably you noticed there was a 20 zone in between. Absolutely useless. I don't know why they do this. Here only one car can fit. We have the blue sign. That means we have the priority. And at the end we turn left. Bitte links abbiegen. Please turn left. What's the priority rule here? I don't see any sign. That means right before left. Yeah, I don't know why they need to create a 20 zone while you are in a 30 zone. It's so useless. We come to a walking speed area, but as you can see, it's only probably for 20 meters. But inside the walking speed area, we have right before left rule, so we have to check the right street. It's not allowed to enter, but you can come out of the street. So people can come from the right side. Pedestrians have priority everywhere inside the walking speed area. And we are back in the 30 area. passing the parked cars, no oncoming traffic, that's why we could go on. Und jetzt bitte rechts abbiegen, please turn right. And the walking speed area is only if you go straight, barely visible because of the sun. Now you can see it better. For our right turn, there's no change of the speeding rule. Here's the reminder on the ground, 30. You can already see the pedestrian crossing sign. And if you see this sign, you always have to scan both sides with your eyes. And customer number 1 crossing from the right side. Fahren Sie bitte in den Kreisverkehr ein und nehmen die zweite Ausfahrt. Second exit. So, what's up in the roundabout? Cars from left side. We can move to the waiting line and then the pedestrian way is free because it's behind us. You can also see it from the right entrance. There's space for 1 car. And the second car needs to keep the pedestrian way free. And here we want to leave. That's clear. No pedestrian crossing. And we enter a 30 zone, which means maximum speed limit is 30 and right before left rule. And the first street is here, easy to detect because of the waiting lines on the ground. Waiting line is for us, so slowing down, checking the right side. And going on. We have the obstacle on our side. We have to check that no big car is coming from the front, otherwise it would not fit. But it's free for now. And here we need to slow down a little bit and move to the right side to give more space. Well done, very good. And here you can see the people are unloading their cars or getting in, getting out of the car, probably going to the trunk and grab something or yeah, something like that. And if you go closer to the parked cars, I mean, you know the rule, like here, you need 1 meter sight distance. Otherwise, you can go slower if you go closer. Yeah, you can also pass the cars with 30 or 20 centimeters. But then your speed needs to be way less than 10, probably 2 or 3. And if you have the diagonal parking spaces like here, you also can go closer, but if you don't calculate, or if you only calculate that you need to keep 1 meter if the door can open, then it's a miscalculation. If the people walk around their car, you immediately would hit them. And that's why he was also slowing down, like here, when he went closer to the parked cars. That's well done. And for sure you cannot fail the exam if you say, I don't know if it fits, I better stop and wait until the street is free and then I go on. That's one of the best presentations you can give to your examiner. And later, after 2 or 3 months of driving, it's easy to decide if you can go a little slower or you go with more distance, you go closer to the oncoming traffic. But in your exam, you have to be egoistic. So you can see a dead end in front, and the examiner said, please go on straight. We go on forward, geradeaus. Another right before left. And then we want to park reverse right behind the dark car. Here, the only spot on the right side. And he indicated early before slowing down. That's very important. If you want to park, that you check your mirror if someone is behind, and even if there's no one, to set the indicator before slowing down. He checked the left side with his left mirror because the front is moving out to the left side of the road And if someone is overtaking us, it's not healthy for the priority, because we need to take care about the priority. And the others can go on moving. So that was not so bad. He checked in the mirror. He was not so satisfied with his sight distance. That's why he decided to change it a little bit. And right now, I don't know if you know, but it's allowed to go 2 times forward direction. And until here, he was moving 0 times forward. He was all organizing it while driving reverse. That's what I recommend. The examiner was already satisfied, and he said, you know what, we don't need to close the spot in front. We can go on driving, please. And because we were going on driving in a dead end, he said, please find a place to turn around. And if you have a look on the right side, you have a very big entrance of the private property. If you go reverse right there, you don't even enter the private property. You are on the pavement, for example, in front of the private property, which is allowed to enter, because otherwise the people who live there could not go home legally. And because we were sometimes here, it's a training area and a very common area in the exams. He already knew the place, that here's a little circle you can turn, but it's not fitting without going reverse. But he did it very well. He checked everything around. Some examiner also take the emergency brake here, but not many do it. They want to protect their backs. Links abbiegen bitte. So oncoming traffic has the priority. Do you see someone coming? Yes, bicycle. The only one. Checking the blind spot for pedestrians. If they cross our way now, they have the priority. Even without the zebra crossing on the mark on the ground. And another right before left. It's a little harder because we look against the sun. He wanted to give space, but the other one has to organize. Thank you. And going on. Und dann nach links abbiegen bitte. So past the island on the right side. And this is treated like a one-way street, so he needs to place the car close to the island. Giveaway sign, right side and left side needs to be checked. Blind spot and driving out. Und an der Ampel nach rechts abbiegen. Please turn right at the lights. So check it and overdrive. We have an arrow in our traffic light. That means we have free way. Generally, we need to calculate that the pedestrians after our right turn also have the green light, but with a green arrow, they must have red light. And that's not a bad idea to put an arrow traffic light here, because it's a little bit far away and not so well visible. And then probably the speed is so high that you need to brake hardly down. Yeah, and that's why they put an arrow and everything is fine. Und an der Ampel bitte rechts abbiegen. Now you have to recognize that parallel to our driving direction is a bicycle way, and you can see a bicycle riding there. So check carefully what's up in the mirror. Front is free, blind spot, and here you can see here was no arrow in the traffic light, and the pedestrian and the bicycles have the green traffic light. That's the difference. And again, against the sun. And then drive into the roundabout and take exit number 2. And indicator right, no pedestrians here, so we can leave the roundabout. And the speed limit now is 50. So we are on the priority road. The yellow sign on the right side. And from here we have the long way to Hofheim direction. The city of Kelkheim ends here on the left side. And we have the 60 sign. But unfortunately we have small roads in Germany, as you can see here. Solid line on the left side, solid line on the right side. Tja. And if you like this video, or all videos, or the whole YouTube channel German Driving School, I would appreciate if you could rate my Google business site of Fahrschule Cruise-Control. This helps me. If this video helps you, the rating of my school helps me. Thank you very much. I would appreciate it. So another reminder, 60 here and a sharp hard left curve. And barely visible is the 40 sign. There it is. So 40 by sign. And back to 60. A nice long road, but still 60 because it's so narrow. We're coming to a traffic light for pedestrians. But as long as you can see that no one is pressing the button, this light will not change. This is only reacting for people who press the button to cross. And generally after pressing the button, it doesn't take long that the traffic light is changing the color. Otherwise, the pedestrians would cross earlier. I think that's what all of us would do. Now you press the button, you wait for it. The whole street is free, nobody's coming, and you are wondering, why am I waiting here? Why am I wasting my lifetime? And then probably you cross. Yellow sign means beginning of the city, maximum speed limit 50. Bitte links abbiegen. Please turn left. We have the yellow priority sign on the right side. No oncoming. Doch, there's oncoming traffic. Oncoming traffic number 1. That's it. Blind spot and a nice left turn. We have the obstacle on the right side. Is there someone coming? Mirror indicator, blind spot. We move out. And now we have to see carefully. There's a red transporter coming, slowing down, but the red transporter has some space. Look, he is going a little bit over the bus stop on the other side. That's normal. We also would do it. Speed is good for the side distance. And here you can see the stop sign. Let's see if he is able to do a full stop at the line. And stopped. Perfect. Yeah, you know what? The right building is the authorities, mein Taunus Kreis Straßenverkehrsamt. All our students apply for the license in that building. That's the authorities. You get the license done there. You get the MTK, Main-Taunus-Kreis car registration there. That's the authorities building. So we have the obstacle. Is someone coming? Let's have a look. Yes, indicator left is running to tell the cars behind us that we want to pass and that we are not parking in a strange way, which is possible for a driving school. And we're almost done. And we want to pass the white car, and then we want to enter the blue-white building to the TÜV service center. Did you see any big problems in this exam? Me neither. And that's why this was another driving exam. Congratulations!